Autobots, roll out!
I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members. Thank you. It's continued support like yours that keeps this channel growing. And if you haven't already, please consider joining today. Hello and welcome to That's Just Prime, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Voyager Class Animated Universe Optimus Prime, and I love this toy. Released early in 2024, this figure is available right now. As of the time of this recording, it retails for approximately $30, and I got mine from Amazon because apparently retailers don't feel like selling things in their stores anymore, and we just have to order everything online. So that's where I got mine on Amazon. Cost me about $35 after shipping. So Optimus here is it's a Voyager class figure. This is a figure I've been looking forward to, but also a bit apprehensive. When I saw the original pictures of this, I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I am a huge fan of animated. If you guys have followed me for any amount of time, you know I am a huge fan of that series and of the figures. I'm a big fan of the figures. They are some of the best, in my opinion, some of the best engineered Transformers we've ever had. Those toys had a really good reputation for looking exactly like their cartoon counterparts, both in their vehicle and in their robot modes. They did a lot of really fancy flipping and twisting and turning, and a lot of really cool tricks of transformation were done with those toys to hide away vehicle parts and make those figures look exactly like their cartoon counterparts. So I wasn't sure if this figure was going to hold up, but now that I have it in hand, I actually like it quite a bit. And it's a little bit of a departure, if you will, from animated. This toy, I've come to realize, this is not meant to look like it belongs in your animated collection. This is meant to look like it belongs in your Legacy collection, along with the other figures. So we've had an Armada Prime, we've had a Cybertron Prime, we've had a G2 Prime, we've had a G1 Prime, and they all look different, but they all look like they belong together within that Legacy line. And once I realized that, I absolutely fell in love with this figure, and I really, really love what it does. So here we have the figure, everything that comes included. Taking a quick look at the packaging, it does come in an open window box. You can see Optimus right here in his vehicle mode, Transformers logo, Animated Universe Optimus Prime, Legacy United logo on the front right there. It is a Voyager class. We get some really cool artwork over here on the side. Big snake dude over here. I don't know what that's about, but I love it. You can see Megatron over here from Beast Wars. You can see Galvatron up here from Armada. Tidal Wave, Wingblade, but it's all over the place. I love this. It's just such a cool, just amalgamation of different characters from different universes there. Over on the other side, we've got artwork of Optimus Prime in his robot mode and a close-up of his head. And then along the back, we've got product shots of the figure, both in the robot and in the vehicle mode, 25 steps to transform it. Here we have everything that comes included. We get the figure itself. We get a sheet of instructions. Now this figure is relatively easy to transform. I did transform it without the instructions the first time. I have seen a couple of reviews on it, so if you've already done that, then this is actually a very simple but fun transformation. I like what they do here. He comes with this axe, and he also comes with the light bar. This is kind of included as an accessory, if you will, which is weird. The light bar is removable. It does come separate. You have to pop it on. So I guess if you wanted to have Optimus without the light bar, you can also do that. Again, because he can be animated, or he can be something else. So you can just take off the light bar and just use him as something else. But personally, I put the light bar on, and I think that is the last time I'm ever going to remove it. I think that's just going to stay on there forever. The vehicle mode is approximately 5 inches long. It's about 3 inches tall. The weapon does have a little peg back here, and you can use either one of these ports, peg the weapon right back there, and that is your weapon storage. That's not very elegant. I am not a fan of that. Why not just, I mean, you can do that if you want to. Why not? You can do this and have an axe gun on the side there. Actually, that is absolutely something I would have done as a kid. That would have been an axe gun right there. So, you know, there's other ways to mount the weapon, or you can do what I do, which is just set it off to the side. And here we have Optimus in his vehicle mode. Again, 5 inches long, about 3 inches tall. Very cool. At first, I wasn't sure. So this is the part that when I originally saw the pictures, I thought I wasn't going to like. And it's the fact that the wheels are way back here. Animated Optimus Prime had 4 wheels. He wasn't like the classic Prime truck where you got the one wheel, or rather 2 wheels on the front, and then you got the twin 4 wheels on the back. Animated Optimus only had 4 wheels, 2 on the back, 2 on the front. So when I first saw this, I'm like, well, is that supposed to be the 2 front wheels? What is that? I've come to realize these are meant to be back wheels. And he does have these front wheels here, which are covered, kind of like this armored covered kind of a thing in the front there. And I dig it. Once I saw that and I realized what that was, really kind of dig it. Now, of course, we've got the cab right here done in red with the black windows, yellow on the lights right there. We got the silver. Well, it's not really silver, but it's like a gray plastic there, almost kind of hinting towards silver, but not quite. And then you got the blue back, of course. The back is not as elegant as it could be. This has been handled better in the past. The feet are kind of there, and that's another thing that I wasn't sure I was going to like. Now, if there was a trailer, this could easily work as a 5th wheel for the trailer to sit on, and it would look perfectly fine. We got a couple of ports right here and slots, so maybe something will come along at some point that we can plug into this figure. Animated Optimus did have multiple trailers that he carried in the show, so it would be cool. We never got a trailer for Optimus, for animated. So it would be cool if we got something for this guy. At one point, he had like the back of a fire truck. He also carried his regular box trailer. He had a couple of different trailers that he carried in that show. So it would be cool to have one or some of the ones that he carried with that. Now, the biggest glaring problem that I have with this is the black wheels. I cannot abide that. So we're going to do something about that right now. There we go. Isn't that just so much better? And I ask you, was that so hard, Hasbro? I ask you, was that so hard? Come on, Hasbro. Give us some silver wheels, please. That looks so much better. Figure rolls exceptionally well. It's got nice chunky wheels, so it kind of feels like it's bumping along. I don't know. It's very satisfying. It's got that crunchy roll, which I actually really do like a lot. So there you go. That's about it for Optimus in vehicle mode. Quick comparison. Here he is next to the original Voyager animated Optimus Prime. So you can see what the two of them look like together. And again, they're doing 2 different things. It's meant to evoke this guy, but they are doing 2 different things. Now, this guy here had the little thing on the back here, kind of like a mini trailer, if you will, that also transformed into a weapon. This can come off very easily. You just pop it right out. So we'll take that off for the moment, just so that we can kind of see the 2 figures on the back. And admittedly, the original one did handle the legs a little more elegantly. But other than that, really, again, once you realize what this figure is doing, and you kind of understand, okay, this is not meant to go with the animated figures. This is meant to go with Legacy and evoke this figure. It makes perfect sense, and I really, really dig it. So there you go, so you can see what the 2 of them look like together. Transformation for this figure is actually really cool and not at all what I expected from an animated style Optimus Prime. So we're going to start at the back of the vehicle here. We're just going to kind of split it in half, fold the whole thing down, just like that. Take these outriggers right here, and we are going to fold these all the way out like so. These are going to become the feet. Take the outer part of the leg right here, or of the truck. We can actually separate the back of the truck right there. And then this whole outside panel here, this is going to pull out like that. Bring it all the way up. There is a tab and a slot right there, so tab that in. And then bring this back around and tab that into place, like so. There's a double hinge here, so we're going to go back with it and then down to form the foot. There's one leg done, so we're going to repeat on this side again, and we're just going to pull this all the way out, tab that into place there, bring this up and over, and tab that into place here, and then straighten out the foot. There's our legs, bottom half of the robot pretty much done. We'll need to move the camera up some. All right, so we're going to go up here to the front of the vehicle now. We're just going to kind of leave that there Is it time to turn this around? We're going to turn this around, but I don't know if it's time to do that yet. Yeah, we can. I guess it is. We can go ahead and turn that around. So there we go. That's what we got going on so far. Come up to the top of the truck right here. We're going to pull up this panel, and we're going to bring this all the way back like so. And then we're going to take the front of the truck, and we're going to separate this. This is tabbed in. There are a couple of tabs right here, so we're going to pull this out. You can see a couple of tabs here that go into these slots around the figure's arms. We're going to take the front wheels here, and we're going to pull. Is it time to pull those? No, it's not. So we're going to take the side of the truck here, and we're going to split this up, bring this up all the way. And now we can kind of rotate this and bring it down like so. Open that wheel well, and then bring this. See how the wheel well is sitting right there for the truck? We open the wheel well, and then we rotate the whole thing down. That's going to bring the shoulder down. So we'll do the same thing over here. Just kind of get the arm out of the way. Open the wheel well, and bring that whole thing down like so. We can bring the chest down. Now you'll notice that there are slots inside of these wheel wells. Those are going to go into these tabs right here on the sides of his torso. So again, let's bring that wheel well down, bring the chest up, and then slot those front wheel wells right there into the torso. That's going to lock everything into place right there. And then we can bring the chest down, and again, that's going to tab into place. Let's straighten out his arm right here. Come to the back, and this is going to accordion down. There are a couple of tabs here that are going to go into these slots on the back panel there. And that's going to lock all of that into place. Let's get those lined up. And I really like what they did with the arms here. Let's see, am I all lined up? Am I all tabbed in? I am not. What am I missing? Okay. Really like what they did with the arms here. So we're going to open this panel right here, pull the fist out, and then close it back up again. So we've got a fist that comes out of the arm, but the gap is covered up. Hasbro, really, this is great. Please continue doing this. Please stop giving us that hollow, empty forearm where the fist used to be. This is fantastic. This is such a great solution right there. And there you go. There, we've got our Legacy United Animated Universe Optimus Prime in his robot mode. Let's get him standing straight there. And here in robot mode, he stands approximately 7 inches tall. And again, he looks really, really good. He looks exactly like animated Optimus Prime, but there's something about him, right? He's a little... The animated designs were very sleek, right? There's something about this guy that's it's a little more blocky, right? You got there's just these very subtle hints. Look at the arms. You got the little stripes with the arrow. That's very evocative of G1 Prime. He's a little blockier. Just going all the way around him. Not a lot of hollowness here. We got a little bit right here behind the knees, a little bit behind the forearms. That's about it. Not a lot of waffling, not a lot of hollowness. Nice, solid figure, but there's something about him. He looks a little chunkier, a little more blockish. So he looks like animated Optimus, but he fits in with the Legacy collection, and that is just something that has blown my mind about this figure and really, really made a figure that I did not think I was going to like all that much, made it into one of my absolute favorite figures of the year. This has been an absolute pleasure of a figure to handle right here. Coming in close, check out the head sculpt right there. That is, again, animated Optimus Prime through and through. Unfortunately, we do not have the face shield. That's one of the things about animated Prime. Animated Prime usually had the open face, but they always show those face shields coming up for battle, and the animated figure had that as well, and I'll show that off here in a moment, where you could open the faceplate or you can have the faceplate up. This one does not have that. It's very unfortunate that we did not get that option with this figure. Articulation wise, head, there's a hinge that allows the whole neck to move forward and backwards, but there is also a ball joint on the upper part of that, so you got a little bit of inquisitive tilting. You can move side to side, all that stuff. Shoulders can go forward and backwards. They can go all the way around, in and out, rotation at the bicep, double bend at the elbow, and the fists can rotate. We have a rotation at the waist. The thighs can go in and out. They can go forward and backwards. They can kick that much. And then the toes have ankle tilts for those nice wide stances. There you go. Very nice. Really, really enjoying this figure. So he's got his axe, which he can hold in his hand, just like that. And that looks pretty good. Now, the axe also extends, so you can just pull up on this and just pull on it all the way until it locks. You will hear a soft click happening right there. And then you can actually have them dual wield. Is it dual wield or just two-handed hold that axe like so, which looks pretty good, and you can give them some pretty cool poses with that. Check that out. That looks pretty good. That looks really, really good. And again, this is something that happened on the show. The axe would actually transform itself. It was a smaller axe, and then it would extend at the handle would extend, but also the blades would extend. It would become a bigger axe. And then also there was like a turbo booster kind of thing back here, so it will actually like fire off and help him like swing it faster, which is pretty cool. So it's cool that they give us the extending handle. It's a shame that they couldn't come up with something to make the blade any bigger. But as it is, I mean, I think that's the size that the blade was when it was in the extended mode, so it looks pretty good. Either way, it looks pretty good. I think even with the extended handle, though, I think I still prefer a single-handed pose. That's just me. And we'll give him a cool kind of a leadership pose. I don't know what that is. I just made that up, but there you go. We'll get him standing right there. And for comparison, here he is with the original animated Voyager Class Optimus Prime. And so this one, here's what I was talking about. There's a little lever back here. So when you pull up on that lever, the faceplate goes down, right? So the figure can stand there with no faceplate, or you can pull down on the lever and pull the lever, crunk. Now you got a faceplate right there. So again, yeah, you can see that these are meant to be, that's meant to be that character. But you see how stylized this guy is? This guy's a little chunkier and blockier, so it'll fit with your Legacy collection and your other figures. I love that. I love how well it'll blend in with everything else. Very, very cool. So here you go, so you can see what the two of them look like together. And of course, in case I'm running late for work, I keep G1 Optimus Prime on my desk for just such an emergency. Here he is with G1 Optimus Prime, so you can see what the two of them look like together. So, yeah, one of the figures, again, just to kind of recap, when I saw the pictures, I didn't think I was going to love this figure because I have such a deep love of the animated line and their designs and the way all of that worked. I just don't think that animated can be improved upon. Those toys, they cannot be improved upon. When I saw the pictures of this and I saw some of the changes that have been made with the truck mode, I wasn't sure I was going to dig it. Once I got it in hand, though, and I realized this is what they're doing with this figure, I saw it. I saw the light, and I thought that this is brilliant. This is absolutely brilliant. It's what they've been doing with the Cybertron Prime that we got back in Siege, and the Armada Prime, and the Armada figures that we've been getting with Legacy. Now they're bringing animated into the fold. Hopefully we get some Cybertron and Energon stuff brought into Legacy. I'd love to get all of these figures updated and just kind of put into the Legacy line, where have them in a place where they can look like they all belong together. That is such a cool concept, and I am here for it. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Legacy United Voyager Class Animated Universe Optimus Prime. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe, share with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time on That's Just Prime.